And we're live. Okay, it's been a while since we've done these. Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome to another live stream. It's been, 3 weeks since I've done one? Oh, man, it's been a hell of a 3 weeks. Oh my god. So, yeah, figured I'd bring these back on a Wednesday, and this time in the sunny afternoon, because half the time, I don't have time of day to actually do live streams in the daytime, so we're doing it in the afternoon for you guys because everybody is under self-isolation and under quarantine, so we figured we entertain you guys through a live stream for all you beautiful bastards who are enjoying our content lately. So, hi, Ike Studios. Beer virus is lovely, although I would like a cider at some point. I could use a drink during this time. Sound up, Ben. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Okay, hi Alejandro, how are you? SA4 Jason. Hi Three Bad Kids. Hi Kaiju Fan 1984. Wow, we've got everybody here today. Yeah, it goes to show how long you guys have been missing my streams. So, the last 3 weeks have been hell, kind of. So here's what's been happening. We were so not predicting how long this thing would last, worldwide especially, for all of us here at the studio. And because of this current epidemic we are in, we've had to actually take big projects and put them on hold. Basically, put them on hold. Don't worry about them until this is over, because it requires a lot of big-time things. Yes, I know that thumbnail was intentional. That was intentional, or I can't pronounce your name, sorry. But we're basically putting a lot of big projects on hold. So things like Mummy Month is on hold, Batman is on hold, Ready Player One is on hold. There's a couple projects that are currently on hold until we get this fixed up. But that doesn't mean we are halting all productions. While this is happening, thankfully, we are passing the time by doing a ton of special effects work on future projects, so they're pretty much done and ready to go. So by the time we film, they'll be out sooner or later. So that's a big plus. Hello, Huey Tumor. Good to see you. So that's what's been happening. And on top of that, we're actually doing taking some of our reviews and actually going back to our roots, essentially. We are going to still be putting out reviews. In fact, there's a trailer that's going to be out for our next review Friday, and hopefully that review will be out a week Friday. But if you guys want to see it early, in fact, if you want to see early preview screenings, you can go down to our Patreon. Just $1 more, we'll get your content, early access to all of our content, as well as other special features, and therefore you guys can see the next review. But the trailer will be out Friday, and then the review will be out a week later. As well, tomorrow we're going to be doing, we're going to have a commentary, which is a highly requested one, so that's good. So we're going to keep up the pace. So, as much as a lot of people, as we're all kind of going through tough times right now, thankfully, our channel has been picking up like a motherfucker. First of all, thank you all so much for getting us to 7,000 subscribers. Holy crap. And we're actually going higher and higher. Like, we could get to 8,000 by the end of this month, which is great. If we can get to 10,000, we're banking business. On top of that, our ad revenue has skyrocketed because of this. So, this pandemic, for some, has been a gift and a curse. For some, it's kind of sucked for socialization stuff, which is really not good. But for some businesses, it's actually doing really well. Thank you, Leon Movie Corner. Thank you very much for that. But, yeah, we're doing really good right now. So, we're going to keep up reviews. We're going to keep making them. But we're actually going to take a page from Doug Walker. I won't get into details, but anyway, he's currently actually doing his reviews at his house, and he's kind of going back to basics, back to the roots of where he started on his show, and we're kind of doing the same. We're not going to be as ambitious, we're not going to be as big, but we are going to be kind of going back to where we started, because remember, we didn't really get into big ambitious reviews probably until around 2016. but it's kind of good to go back to like the 2013 to 2015 days. And we're gonna keep doing reviews. We have a couple of side reviews we're gonna do to keep you guys entertained after this upcoming review. The next one should be interesting. It's going to be sort of a let's talk smaller editorial, very improv, no script, but it's going to be a BigJackFilms review nonetheless, and that should be out by the start of May, hopefully. So I'm going to get on that once I finish this next review. We're just waiting on one last scene to be completed, and then we shall get cracking. So other than that, the Kong reviews have actually skyrocketed us back to basics. We actually want to do more of those. In the meantime, we're going to be writing the next episode soon. And again, it's mostly going to be a very improv, let's talk, show and tell kind of episode. We do have a great opening for it, actually, but that should be a really good episode. I don't know when that's going to come out, but it is in the works. Other than that, things have been rather quiet. We actually had to take a couple of weeks off from the studio here, just to let our, make sure there was no problems with producers and everything. But I want to give a major thanks to Lunichi Bunny, who let us actually crash at her place for a couple days. So go check out her Instagram. Go check out her Facebook. Unfortunately, she's kind of taking a break from YouTube. But if you guys can go follow her on Instagram, please do so. She's been a wonderful supporter for us. Other than that, I've actually gotten a hold of Biagioni. She actually was out of the province for a bit. She's doing her own thing, but again, go check out her Instagram, send her some support. She really wants to get back into cosplay, but she needs some motivation, so go check her out there. So, other than that, things are pretty good. We're doing really well business-wise and everything, and I've just been laying low. I've had no symptoms, thank goodness. And we're just chilling here until this is over. We're going to keep doing TikToks. We're going to keep doing things. Unfortunately, there is some bad news in terms of events. Comic-Con got canceled about the last minute. And so did Anime North, unfortunately. And that's a drag. So you guys can check out our Anime North tribute if you would like. It's a really great tribute. But it really sucks because we had planned to go there as guests. We had planned to go see our fans there. And on top of that, we were actually going to be attendees at a con the week prior as special guests, but I guarantee that's probably been canceled or on postponed until then. I'll have to reach out to the con goers, the con runners, and see if they can get us back up there for the next event. But that sucks, but we're hoping by the time we're on the side of once the warm weather hits, it's gonna kick this thing's ass. It's gonna kick the fuck out of this thing, which hopefully, let's really hope the warm weather kicks the crap out of it. So, yeah, Toronto Comic-Con got canceled. I'm not sure about San Diego, but Toronto did. But I'm not sure about the others. Other than that, things are good. And actually, before we get started on questions and everything, we actually have some fan mail. Now, unfortunately, due to what's going on, well, surprisingly, some fan mail did get to us. But unfortunately, what's going on, we have to take precautions. So everybody remember to please wash your hands with soap, water, or a sanitizer. That is important if you don't want to get this thing. And basically, everybody right now has what I call Howie Mandel syndrome. And it's really bad. So I'm just going to wipe right in between the goddamn fingers. I'm going to put some gloves on for this, too, because, again, this is coming from the States. So, yes, please do. Emerald City Comic-Con has been delayed. Yeah, they either been delayed or canceled. No, I don't know. I don't know. Like, let's see what happens. Here's the thing, though. G-Fest is something we actually want to attend this year. And we have actually investments in that because we have some projects we want to shoot there. We want to shoot a BigJackFilms episode at G-Fest. And hell, if anybody wanted to come cameo, they can. So let's not wish their G-Fest to be canceled. Let's hope this thing clears. Let's hope this thing clears by the end of May, because we really want to go to G-Fest this year, guys. We really do. But yeah, we should be okay. So we have this piece of fan mail that came to us from Tyler from Pottstown, Pennsylvania, PA, Philadelphia. It's funny. I was gonna say it's like Potterstown, but it's like, Mr. Potter, we would delight you to know that you have been accepted to the High School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. See, no, I'm more, oh, geez, Howard Hughes did that? Oh, my God. But yeah, so we're just very, we're being very cautious with our fan mail. So let's see what we got here. So there's nothing left there, so that's probably gonna be trash. Let's see what we got here. So we have wow, okay, we got some artwork, we got some whoa, okay. Holy crap. Alright, let's see what wow, oh my goodness. Okay, there's no letter, but this is from Tyler. So Tyler had sent us one. Oh wait, there is a letter. Oh, there's just like names of stuff in the back. Let's see. Okay. So we have here this little piece of fan art of basically a potential for a future Godzilla sequel. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. So it's got, but it's got all the monsters. So it's got Ghidorah, Minya, Mothra, Anguirus, Rodan, King Caesar, Zilla, Kamunga, Varan, Titanosaurus, Gorosaurus, Manda, Baragon, and King Ghidorah. They're all here in this, basically the end game of the Monsterverse, Godzilla Destroy All Monsters, which I really think they should do this. They should do a Destroy All Monsters movie, and yeah, I would love to see Gorosaurus, I would love to see King Kong, and hell, King Caesar, both of them team up, but yeah, what a great piece of fan art. Thank you so much, Tyler. We actually have a whole pin-up board of all of our fan art, which is great. So this is from Tyler. He also sent us some sketches. Really nice here. Basically, this fan poster for a potential Mighty Joe Young redo that has dinosaurs, and it says, from the creators of King Kong, Mighty Joe Young. And there it is. It's a nice little piece of fan art of Mighty Joe. Again, thank you, Tyler. This is really nice. I really like this artwork. Again, guys, we really enjoy the fan art we get from fans. So if you guys want to send us this or send us some deviant art, you can definitely do so and just send us a message. But we really enjoy the fan art. We're always looking for people to do this kind of stuff. Brian Ralph as Indiana Jones would be cool. But yeah, so there's Mighty Joe Young. And the last one here, which is really cool. He did this amazing sort of marker artwork, which I love marker artwork. I used to use markers, Crayola markers all the time. It is the Dinozords from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, obviously, he had seen our Power Rangers review, and I guess he really enjoyed it that he sent us fan art. So, again, thank you, Tyler, for this amazing fan art. This is wonderful. We're going to have this pin up on our stuff, on our fan art board, but we always appreciate this stuff. So, if you guys obviously want to send us fan mail, if you can, I don't know if, like, the frickin', the mail things are closed or not. You can so at our address, BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0, and we'll open them on the live streams. We always enjoy fan art, whether it be questions, whether it be fan art, whether it be gifts, whether it be donations. We always appreciate it from you guys. So a big thank you to Tyler for sending us that amazing fan art. So now that that's cleared, again, wash the hands just in case. You never know. I might have to actually spray that a little bit, which is great. So, yeah, and yeah, actually, guys, if you saw it, my uncle did get me a Dark Knight poster, which is really cool, and I've got all my Kong, I finally got my Kong poster framed and hung up, so that's fantastic, but, yeah, with that said, let's answer a couple of questions. You know, we've got maybe about 45 minutes, so let's hit this shit. So, let's see here. Glad you're okay. I hope you show more of your stuff and stay safe. Thank you very much. Yeah, we got more Kong videos in the work, buddy. What's your favorite Friday the 13th movie? For me, it's the original, and surprisingly, I really enjoy Jason X. I don't know if it's just the idea of, like, you get to the 10th movie, you might as well go to space, and in fact, you know what? I want the Fast and Furious movies to go to space. That's the 10th film. They drive cars in space. Look, they've already done so much goofy shit, they might as well. And wasn't there supposed to be an animated series? I don't know if there was supposed to be an animated series, but I like Jason X. What do you think of Cthulhu being in the Monsterverse? We kind of have him with that spider creature, because he's got, like, doesn't he have those tentacle beard or something? It's kind of Cthulhu. Since you've done a reissue of the Toho Kong movies, would you ever consider a reissue of Kong 76 and King Kong Lives? I have technically done a reissue of Kong 76 with why King Kong 76 sucks. I want to do one on the original and maybe on the Peter Jackson film, but unlike that one, the original would be like, what are the flaws of the original, as well as what are the positives of the Peter Jackson movie, because I did feel like going back and looking at that review, that review seemed a little too harsh, and I do have some good things to say. In fact, when I was in my hotel for a little bit, enjoying myself, I actually did binge a couple of movies, and I did binge the Peter Jackson movie, and I enjoyed it again. And I enjoyed the Peter Jackson movie. I just wish it wasn't so close to the original. I get it was a tribute, but I just felt like each Kong movie should be different in its own way. But no problem, it's fine. I actually did enjoy the remake. I have no problem with it. It's just if it felt too harsh, I apologize, but I do want to talk about it more because there is some things I feel like I forgot that I actually do kind of enjoy with Jackson's remake. Who won in a fight, Legendary Godzilla or Cloverfield? If you saw that fan CGI film that's on YouTube, you would know that I think Legendary Godzilla would win. Who won in a fight, He-Man, Master of the Universe, Flash Gordon, Savior of the Universe? My money's on Flash, or hell, they team up. They team up and fight Skeletor and Ming. Say, Jack, I'm making a MonsterVerse Son of Godzilla movie or an idea wiki. Is there any advice? Don't make it too childish. You can make it more of a PG-13 comedy, but don't like make it too goofy. Like, oh, Godzilla, that's the none of that. Seen the new Child's Play with Mark Hamill? No. I heard it wasn't good, but I mean, the only thing people said was good about it was Mark Hamill, because he was just being the Joker as a toy. But honestly, nothing can top Brad Dourif as Chucky. He is Chucky to me. Going to work on my novel during lockdown. Awesome, that's the thing. We've also been writing a lot. We actually got a few episodes done, written down for future events that we've been put on hold for a bit. But yeah, that's another thing. We've gotten a lot of writing done. We're actually going to start working on writing the finale soon because we're already editing it, and we don't even. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. So don't mind me. I'm just grabbing a Pepsi. That's one thing I will say. I've been stocking up on drinks during this time. Working on my own book universe that combines the MonsterVerse with the MCU. Ooh, does that include the DC universe? Superman versus Kratos. Superman. It's like asking Superman versus Hercules. Imagine a movie if influences kids' adventures from the 80s and 90s. Okay, that I like, Jared. I like that. It's very Spielbergy. That I'm okay with. How do you... Holy crap. Oh, we're just going through here. How do you feel Rob Roy is now 25 years old? Great movie. Really on par with Braveheart, honestly. Have you seen that one movie with that one guy last year? What do you mean? I like the 76, and I bought the 78 TV version on eBay. Ooh, did you buy it on DVD or VHS? Have you heard of The Tick? I used to watch the Tick cartoon, but I vaguely remember it now. Vaguely. Very vaguely remember it. I like the original Rob Roy made by Disney in the 50s. Disney? Wait, Walt did that? I didn't know that. I mean, I only watched the live-action Zorro film with the Zorro TV show with Guy Williams that Walt did. I didn't know he did a Rob Roy TV series. That's interesting. MonsterVerse owned by Warner Brothers? Yes, it is, and it's also with Toho. Thoughts on Wes Anderson? Wes Anderson, can you remind me what he's done again? You ever think they'll ever bring back Gamera? Yeah, Kaiju Network is more so been talking about that recently, especially with that, I think that 2015 Gamera trailer that was supposed to be coming out. Watching VHS movies during lockdown. You want a good one, Brian? Watch By the Sword with F. Murray Abraham and Eric Roberts. In fact, Eric Roberts, we had talked to him on Twitter. We actually tweeted and told him, well, we're recommending this movie, and he actually retweeted us, and he's a great guy. And man, what I would love to talk to him at some point, get him to interview on the show. This was a movie made by Walt in the 50s and stars the guy who played the 50s Robin Hood. Oh, okay. Thoughts on the official international Toku channel? I haven't seen it yet. I've heard about it. If they're showing full episodes of Kyoto Sentai Zyuranger, I'll watch it. Have you seen John Carpenter's The Fog? Awesome, I love the movie. No, I have not, but I just purchased John Carpenter's The Thing, which I'm hoping to watch soon, and I'm thinking I'm going to save that for Halloween. By the Sword's a great movie. Exactly, Count. Great movie. I actually might review that at some point. That'd be a good review, maybe next year for the 30th anniversary. We think it would be a good MacGuffin for Indiana Jones. No aliens, say that. I would like maybe for him to see, like, maybe go to the Aztecs or the Mayans. Do something with that. Maybe something with some stuff in, I don't know, the Amazons. a bit more jungle. Actually, you know what? Indiana Jones on a dinosaur island, that's not Jurassic Park, but it's a dinosaur island, that would be cool. Because the thing is, like, when I was a kid, I didn't really get into Indiana Jones until Crystal Skull came out. But before that, my Indiana Jones was Johnny Thunder, the little Lego character from the Lego Adventurers line. And what's cool about Johnny Thunder is that he not only explored Egypt with mummies, he explored stuff in the Amazons, but he also explored a dinosaur island. And I want to see that with Indiana Jones. Will there be a Godzilla vs. Gamera movie? I'd love that. A lot of people would like that. But let's see how Kong does first. Ever watched the original Battlestar Galactica? No, but I know most of what it is. Those weird robots that are like, "Hey, you're coming!" And they constantly fall over. I'm sure Jurassic World 3 will be better than Fallen Kingdom. Absolutely. I mean, here's the thing. The Jurassic Park franchise, in terms of bad stuff, has been very minimal. Like, 3 and Fallen Kingdom are the worst, but at least Fallen Kingdom made me appreciate 3 more. So pretty much they've had 2 strikes and 3 home runs. Or no, make that 4 home... Wait, are we on... Yeah, well, they've had 3 home runs and 2 strikes. That's not too bad. So it all depends on this one if it's going to be evened out. I think it's going to be a good one. I am counting on the next one. But I think this was just kind of a bump in the road because of current political stuff in the world at the moment. But that's why that movie sucked. As well as Mattel. Nothing against Mattel. The toys are great, but kind of kid-friendly that movie a little bit. A little Schumachered it. Godzilla vs. Kong coming out in November 2021. Wait, has that been confirmed? I think they're still tracking on it coming out in November. Do you prefer anime or movies? Both. Do you think they should make another Terminator movie? No. No. If they can fix it, then no. Because I've actually thought about, I've been seeing a lot of video essays on how to fix the Terminator, on how to, fix certain franchises. Like Movie Bob did how to fix the Spider-Man in the MCU by having it where, Fallen Kingdom was more kid-friendly, Huey. But with how to fix the Spider-Man franchise by including the Tobey Maguire movies into the MCU, and I'm like, you know what? That would have been a little better, but hopefully with Sam Raimi doing Doctor Strange, they will incorporate the multiverse with the Raimi Spider-Man movies, which would be great. But in terms of how I've thought about doing one and how I would fix the Terminator franchise, and the way I would do it is actually we basically ignore Genesis and Dark Fate, and we pick up actually right after Salvation. And the idea we would have is that Arnold does come back. We do have Arnold returning as the same age Terminator, but we do something a little different. He is not another programmed Terminator. He is actually the Terminator from Terminator 3. He's the T-850. Now, you're probably wondering, wait, he was destroyed. He was destroyed, right? Kind of. Because remember, the last shot of Terminator 3 is his skull, and it shuts down, yet the CPU is still in the skull. That's been established that the Terminators have the CPU in their heads. So, somebody could easily take that T-850 skull and reprogram it on a different Terminator body and basically restart Arnold, where he's still got the CPU and he still remembers everything, but he'd actually be like a talking skeleton Terminator. Because you ever notice how, in the entire franchise, we've never gotten one endoskeleton talking like Arnold? We've had Arnold talking, but whenever he doesn't have when he's full skeleton, he doesn't talk. I mean, is there vocal cord organs implanted into the system? No, I don't see that. But no, because the skull would technically be there during the war still. Somebody could dig it up, somebody could reprogram him, and then he comes across John Connor. Now, that obviously means Christian Bale comes back. Now imagine Christian Bale's John, and Arnold's Terminator as an endoskeleton fighting side by side in the future war. That would be cool, and then on top of that, you can finally explain the time travel process properly. And the way I would do it is basically explain that there are actually alternate timelines. That's why Genesis happens, that's why all this stuff happens, because there's all these different timelines that have affected. So with Genesis, the first timeline actually affected more and created more. So you do essentially an alternate reality where you pick your timeline instead of just doing that. And that way you can kind of bring it full circle. You can watch all 6 films and get kind of a clever idea of how it works. Is that they're all because my idea with the original series was that they would do a circle story. It would be 1 through 6, and then it would go all the way back to the first one in a clockwork. But because we haven't done that now since Genesis, it'd be better to just kind of explain that now there's alternate timelines, is basically what I would do. But yeah, just bring back Christian Bale, bring Arnold in, and just do the war. I just want the future war as a film. And that's why I hold Salvation to high regards as the better one of the last 3 that's come out. At least Salvation kept the plot going. It kept the river flowing. It didn't mess it up. Like Genesis, I actually feel Genesis actually... Thank you. Genesis did more damage than Dark Fate. At least Dark Fate is a bit more enjoyable, but Genesis just completely did more damage. I actually thought 3 was pretty good, Count. Is it wrong to like Fallen Kingdom? No. Look, there's stuff in Fallen Kingdom I do enjoy. I'm not gonna lie. There's great things about it. Look, most of the Jurassic Park movies, if they're not good, they're subpar. They've got good elements, but a lot of bullshit to kind of like make you feel kind of crappy. But I don't mind. There's some stuff, like, let me put it like this. The first half of Fallen Kingdom I really like. Like, everything in the island, or until they leave the island, is great. Maybe I'm just stuck on repeat, but look, dinosaurs on an island in the jungle is my jam. But after that is where it goes off the rails, for me. Jealous just does what Salvation don't. Hang on a sec. Let me just see here. Hey, Dad. Do you collect Laserdiscs? Yeah, when I can. Just my favorite films I collect on Laserdisc. Let's talk about Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. I did not care for those movies, other than the first one. The only reason I liked the first Amazing Spider-Man was because that is the best-looking suit. Just saying. Say, Jack, I imagine a human villain's idea of my mercenaries for Monarch. Yeah, sure. Whatever that works, Jared. That would work fine. Let's see here. Waiting for more questions. Pepsi time. Not pizza time, Pepsi time. I know that's your favorite meme, Sean. Alright, and I think Brock is in our message chat. Hi, Brock. Good to see you. Hi, Oscar. Good to see you. Did you hear about the incident involved Ezra Miller? Yeah, we're going to bring that up very slightly in our next review. But, yeah, good luck making that Flash movie now, guys. Oh, God. This is where I'd say just keep the CW series. Ever heard of Jurassic World Evolution? Yeah, I've heard about it, but the thing is I don't own any next-gen consoles to play it. Although, to be fair, the last Jurassic Park game I played was the Xbox 360 one. Pepsi Man, the MC. I could see that. Well, does Marvel still work with Coca-Cola still? Is there still... Because before it was Dr. Pepper. Could you please do a review of the Universal Monster movies? We're planning to do Mummy Month. We might bring up the original Mummy, but we're only going to talk about the Fraser films. Yeah, I did, and I used gloves and everything. It's all good. It's all good. I use gloves, I use sanitizer, it's all good. For the Flash TV show, yeah, I mean, I've heard it's good. I mean, I want to talk about Spider-Man at some point, but really it's not on my to-do list. What about Indiana Jones and Hollow Earth? I don't know, maybe. King Kong Lives should have gotten a sequel. Well, actually, funny enough, Dino at the time after King Kong Lives, when he was promoting it, even though it got really poor promotion, he was actually planning to do a cartoon series with Prince Kong and Lady Kong and have the characters from those movies show up in this cartoon show. And he actually went out to Filmation, who does He-Man and Brave Star, and he was actually going to get them to do a cartoon show in the late 80s, but unfortunately it won due to King Kong Lives flopping and pretty much Dino lost a lot of money, and on top of that, I think at the time Filmation was not doing good because I think their last show was Brave Star, and at some point their only movie... Love you too, Dad. Their only movie they did that actually tanked was Happily Ever After, which was an unofficial sequel to Snow White. And that movie tanked. So, Filmation was not in a good spot either, but Dino did approach them to do a cartoon show. And had that been made, I don't know if that would have been good. I mean, at the time, wasn't there also a Donkey Kong TV cartoon show in the 80s? I don't know, that's a Huey question. But yeah, unfortunately, that was not the thing. Did you know Spielberg was going to do an Amblin version of Cats? Yeah, I did see Lindsay Ellis's video on Cats, and that's the first I've ever seen of Cats, and that's terrifying. Oh god, I've actually thought about doing an opening night on it, because I do have Cats. I just haven't watched it yet, but I need to watch it with a couple of friends in order to get the full experience of Cats. I mean, I've never seen the musical. I mean, I like my fair share of musicals. Like, I've seen The Lion King, I've seen Beauty and the Beast. I actually am one of those people who are privileged enough to see Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, which was surprisingly better than the actual movies. I'm not kidding. But with, like, you know, I've never seen Cats. I want to see Phantom of the Opera, though. I heard that's really good. Saturday morning cartoon. Which Saturday morning cartoons did you like? It was very sporadic for me. It's just whatever was on. I mean, I kind of watched a bit of Disney's one Saturday morning, which was like things like Recess, Power Rangers, House of Mouse. Watched a few of those, but mostly with me, it was, for me, Saturday mornings cartoons for me were more Cartoon Network. It was, the Boomerang marathons. It was like, you know, marathons of Scooby-Doo, marathons of Ed and Eddie, whenever they did their big marathon events. That's when I usually tuned into those. Dino De Laurentiis produced the original version of Doom. Yeah, that's a movie I haven't seen yet. Can we expect your King Kong musical review? When can we expect it? It's in the can. It's been filmed. I'm just waiting to get work on it. I want it to be pretty much the last review I do of this season. And so that way I can move on to the next bit. But I might be working on that during the time, but I don't know when it's going to be released, especially now. Do you like Stallone action movies? I like a few. I like Rambo. I like Rocky. I haven't seen Cliffhanger. There's a couple I have not seen, but I like Stallone fine. You know, he's okay. Say Jack, best way to describe my Son of Godzilla is exactly like a live-action anime of E.T. Okay, I can see that. Seen any Alan Smithy movies? Don't know who that is. When are you gonna finish the Alien Opening Night series? You know, that could be something I do. If you guys want me to do an opening night on Aliens, I could do that. I actually have a couple of the new movies, so I could probably watch those while I'm at home. So things like, I think I've gotten Onward. I haven't seen Onward. I heard it's really good, so I might review that. But I want to get back to opening nights, because those are fun. The only thing is I can't have people with me because of what's going on. Jared Osborne, do you like Kong the Animated? What are your thoughts on Neon Genesis Evangelion? It's okay. I think it's a little overrated, but because Josh is such a fan, I watched it. Alright, take it easy, D-Man. Oh, good to see you, man. Good to see you, D-Man. Glad you could jump on the stream. Big thanks to him. Me and him have been actually talking via streams. So basically, Evangelion's just okay. It's okay. I thought it would be a little better, but the theme song's awesome. But that's about it. But yeah, so for me, Evangelion's okay. Should make Rambo 5. They did Rambo 5. That was Last Blood. That was Rambo 5. I don't know if they're going to do Rambo 6, though. At this point, I think I should call it quits. Can you do a Blu-ray VHS collection? Do you know how long that would take, Leon? Maybe at some point down the line I will, but really it's not my priority. I redesigned my Brotherium for my Kong project. Awesome, Huey. Awesome. I can't wait to see that. Send me that via Messenger. Alan Smithy is a fake. Oh, okay. I know what you mean. Okay, David, I'm gonna maybe talk about Aliens on my next opening night, if that helps. Like, I mean, I'm very 50-50 on the Alien franchise. However, good news. There's a great documentary on Crave I watched called Memory: The Origins of Alien. It's a fantastic documentary. If you want a good one about the making of Alien, go check that out, guys. It's on Crave. I don't know where else you could get it, but definitely do watch that documentary. Would you like a link to what I've written on my book so far? If it's on fanfiction, yeah. Sure, Ethan. Let's see here. But yeah, so I know after this stream I have to get back to work. I have to do the next Inuyasha vlog, which is going to be a extensively long one. Should there be a Jaws 5? If I can write it and direct it, yes, because I feel like Universal would be incapable of doing it without me. I'm more of a fan of the Alien Saga narrated by John Hurt. Okay, I like John Hurt. That's the thing. He was the best character in Alien for me. In fact, I made the joke when we were watching it that because him and Ian Holmworth, like Aragorn and Bilbo, just fighting over an alien. Seen any Rudy Ray Moore movies? Don't know who that is. Who's your favorite James Bond? Mine surprisingly is Pierce Brosnan because that was my generation's Bond. It's him and Daniel Craig. I think are the perfect ones. If I could cast somebody as the next one, who would I cast as the next Bond? I would go with... You're gonna have to give me a sec here. Who would I cast as the next Bond? You know, it would be between these three. Actually, four. I just don't know if he's British. It would be between Tom Hiddleston, Chris Hemsworth, Christian Bale, or Chris Pine. I don't know if Chris Pine is British, though, is the only thing. Timothy Dalton. Well, funny enough, our next review does involve Timothy Dalton, Gavin. It does involve Timothy Dalton. So there's a little hint at the next review. Cast Luke Evans? No, you know what? You know who would be a good Bond? He's a little older, but Richard Armitage, who played Thorin. He'd be a great Bond, I think. My other choice is Theo James, is an old school Connery look. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I think Richard Armitage, he'd be a great Connery-based Bond. Rocketeer. I don't know. Or hell, you know what? Chris Evans would be a good Bond. Well, he'd be more of a villain, but I think he could be a good Bond. American Bond. Or at least Jason Bourne, maybe. When can we expect your King Kong filming location videos? I've actually pushed that back to the next season because there's a lot to talk about. But that will be in the works as well. I want to see it, but I actually missed out on the last one, Spectre, because I heard it wasn't good. I really liked Skyfall, but I don't know. Yeah, and that's another thing, Brock. At some point, we gotta do a crossover. If I can maybe have a spare episode to do, if you want to do one, we'll do that. Same thing with you, Huey. Would like to do something at some point. Have I seen the... Holy crap. Have you seen The Devil from 1981? No, I have not. I want them to bring back the classic gun barrel openings. Yeah, I would like that too. Can you review more 80s movies? I've actually got another one planned over the summer that I do really want to talk about, and you will see that, but like maybe, yeah, I want to do more. Hell, I've actually considered reviewing Top Gun, and believe it or not, I have never seen the first one, so I have it on DVD, and I wouldn't mind just sitting down, watching it from a first perspective, and talking about Top Gun. That'd be an easy one. That'd be a very easy one. Bring back Food Corner. I actually might at some point. When this is lifted, a couple things I want to try. Oh my god, that'd be funny. We're like the three douches. Oh my god. I just need more, like, both, like, two for starters, and then maybe if we do a third one at some point, definitely. Yeah, I know. It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? Yeah. Oh, man, I'm running out of things to say here. Pepsi. Onions. Friday the 13th spoof James Bond in Part 6. Really? I didn't know that. Oh, you know, I haven't watched Young Indiana Jones. Have you seen, I don't know what that is. Cops on Borders. You shall not pass by your horse. Say Big Jack, what dinosaur movies are you referencing your Kong remake fan movie? The dinosaurs we have, list of dinosaurs in our film are, Stegosaurus, Apatosaurus, Carnotaurus, Parasaurolophus, Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus, and Pteranodon. It's really about it. What movie do you consider gems or underrated? Waterworld, Legend. Lot of good. I have a lot of underrated films, animated films especially. I'll check my Facebook Messenger after the stream, Huey. What's your favorite movie director? My top 3. George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and Peter Jackson are my personal favorites. Spider-Pet Senior movie was scary. Yeah, I know. It's funny because we were at the premiere. It's funny enough, at the premiere of the movie, we actually got a few screams from that, which was great. I do have The Land That Time Forgot. In fact, do I have it on DVD somewhere? Hold on a second. If this thing falls, I apologize, people. But yeah, I do have the movie on DVD. It's on a shitty one, but I have it. But I do like Land That Time Forgot. Seen Starship Troopers? No, I have not. It's on my to-do list. I like the soundtrack, though. The soundtrack's great. Have I seen Heavy Metal? No, I have not. Although I've seen the South Park parody of it. Do you like The Shape of Water? I think it did deserve Best Picture. Do I think, like, something else sci-fi related deserves it more? Probably, but as a way to break the mold of finally having a sci-fi movie win Best Picture, absolutely. And actually, I'll say this. Guillermo del Toro's speech was one of the best speeches I've heard at the Oscars. Ever seen Saving Private Ryan? Yes, I own it. It's a great movie. It's my second favorite World War II movie. Number 1 being The Great Escape. The Land Before Time did a rip-off of Disney's Bambi. Pretty much. No Coke, Pepsi. I've seen the original Lost World. I have numerous times. Gold old movie trailers. In fact, my buddy Mason McCleary is actually doing probably the best remaster of the Lost World I've seen. He's planning to put it out in 2025 for the 100th anniversary, but it is a gold mine of stuff in that one. I didn't see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Have I seen Full Metal Jacket? Yeah, I have. I've only gotten into Kubrick recently. Everything at the boot camp is great. Everything with Private Pile, everything with the drill sergeant, fantastic. But after that, the movie goes completely downhill, in my opinion. Beavis time. Oh, you too! You say Beavis too? Oh my god. Yeah, so what is your favorite episode of MST3K? I really enjoy, that's a toughie. I mean, there's so many. I mean, for me, I personally like riff tracks a bit more, and my favorite riff tracks is pretty much the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy, because that shit is hilarious. But in terms of MST3K, probably anything they do that's short. So things like I think they did a Gumby short at some point. That was funny. The thing is, MST3K I've only started watching recently, and I really enjoy it. Let's see. Favorite Toy Story character besides Woody and Buzz? I've been a Rex fan. I've always been a fan of Rex. If not him, probably Ham, because he's the funniest. But I like the side characters. I like the ones that are in the background. RC, Hucky Puck, Wheezy, Mr. Mike, Shark, Mr. Shark. I love those guys. Have I seen the Blues Brothers? No, I have not. I have not watched that yet. That is on my list. There's a couple movies I haven't watched, and I might do opening nights on them just to have stuff I've never seen before. Would be kind of interesting. What do you think of my score for Son of Godzilla movie should be like? Make it very E.T. based. Look at Cocoon. Cocoon would be a good place to start. Are you going to review Quentin Tarantino movies? Maybe someday. Elvira is very easy on the eyes. Oh, you know what's funny? Elvira, I know some, like, my dad knew Elvira at one point, and that's all I'm gonna say. Basically. So, my dad's worked with a lot of people. You know, funny enough, he worked on Pink Floyd's The Wall. He's worked with a lot of musical artists. So, I think that's why I have such a good way to get into the business, is because it's in my blood. It's in my blood to be an entertainer, essentially. Favorite Pixar movie? The first Toy Story, hands down. First Toy Story, hands down, is my favorite Pixar movie. Second place, it's weird. I like all the Toy Story movies. Those are given. But here's one that's really underrated. Alright, see you later, Brock. I'll try to message you later tonight if I can. But, the most underrated Pixar movie for me, personally, A Bug's Life. Nobody talks about A Bug's Life, and I freaking love that movie. Great film. In fact, better than Ants. Ants is nothing. Ants has not aged well. Minus the score. But Ants has not aged well. It's more adult, but it hasn't aged well. But I like A Bug's Life more. Yeah, that is true, Junebug. I'll tell that story another time. See you later. Alright, see you later, Kaiju Fan 1984. Good to have you. What can we expect from the future of the King Kong reviews? That's a good question. As that guy with the glasses would say. That's a very good question. The future is looking very bright. Once I start getting these last few episodes done of this season, next season's probably going to have a big 5-part arc that I'm not going to talk about. But then after that, it's going to be very smooth and easy and kind of, it'll be more requests. It'll be more of that. I just want to get about what I want to talk about first before I do more requested episodes, essentially. Would I ever review Robots? I would love to talk about that movie. In fact, hell, I could probably review that movie at some point. That'd be great. Because for me, Robots is my personal favorite Blue Sky movie. I think next to Ice Age 3. Those are my top 2. Did you know Jurassic Park almost got a cartoon show in the 90s? Yes, I did, Huey. I am very well aware of that. What about the animated Lord of the Rings? I actually really do enjoy Ralph Bakshi's adaptation of Tolkien's novel. Mostly because the dialogue feels more book-based. Unlike the movies themselves. Like, here's the thing. I'm actually going to show this. Hold up. We have the Ralph Bakshi rings, which I really enjoy. But then, like, as much as I love the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is a set of movies I want to talk about at some point, for sure, it feels very 90s, is the thing. Because they were written in the 90s. But with Bakshi, it feels more book-based, in my opinion. Now, funny enough, I just want to show this DVD very quickly, because I had to make this cover, but I finally I wanted to watch this version for a while. I have the Japanese dub of Jurassic Park. The Japanese dub is amazing, and I know the movie line for line, so I can pretty much understand what they're saying, but yeah, this is the Japanese dub that I managed to acquire. I had to make the case. A sleeve case, but yeah, this is the Japanese dub. Yes, Nani! Jurassic Park! Yeah, the Ralph Bakši's Rings is great. No, David. That I refuse. David, no. No, those movies have sucked. Those movies have not aged well. Not a fan. Lego stop motion videos in the future? Yes, I do want to get back to those because it's funny enough, doing the Power Rangers video, I kind of got back into stop motion again. And on top of that, there's a couple of Lego sets that I actually do want to invest in. One is actually currently out right now, and I kind of want it because I haven't bought Legos in a while. But yeah, I do want to do more animation at some point. In fact, I might have a way to start making it where I can get used to it again, and it requires doing a certain review, but I have to write it first, I have to get it done first before, write it before I do any animation, but there is a review at some point I do want to do, that might require Legos. I think you can already guess what it is. But yeah, so there's that. Okay, so we're hitting the 10-minute mark, meaning we're gonna have to wrap this up, so we're gonna answer 3 more questions, and basically, we're going to wrap it up and everything. But, of course, again, if you guys have any more questions, if you want to send us questions, want to send us fan art, want to send us gifts, want to send us donations, you can. So at this address, BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0, or you can support us on Patreon. Just $1 or more will get you access to all of our content, as well as other special features. So there's that. Teaser for King Kong Lives, how far along the production they were. Yeah. That was a teaser I just kind of did for fun. If you guys want me to do more of those, let me know. Alright, so, last 3 questions. Let's fire away, and we're gonna make this happen. Holy crap. Do you think A Bug's Life is a remake of Seven Samurai? I never noticed the connection. But not really. I just think it's really its own thing, honestly. It's probably like the one I mean, again, A Bug's Life is so underrated. I really enjoyed the music. I really enjoyed the story. How they have not made a sequel. They've been promising me that since Toy Story 2 with that tease in the bloopers, A Bug's Life 2. Y'all better make it happen. But yeah, it's just, they should definitely, like, I think it's a movie that a lot of people seem to unappreciate it. The game sucked, though. Let's see. Are you going to review Jurassic Park riff-offs? So obviously the next Jurassic World comes out next year in 2021, which means we'll probably have to do another set of Jurassic Legacy reviews. We weren't going to be talking about the ripoffs. We're actually going to be talking about some other things. Mainly the 2 novels by Crichton and maybe some other thing. Maybe, like, we're basically going to have 4 parts. It's going to be another 4-parter. We're going to do the 2 Crichton novels. We're going to talk about the future of the franchise, and then that will lead to Jurassic World Dominion. At some point, hopefully, if that movie comes out in 2021. I know they stopped production since this thing's hit a lot. So we got one more question. So yeah, I won't answer these bottom 2. I'll answer one more that might be down here. Ike has a good question. Worst anime I have ever seen. That's tough. Because I've never seen a bad anime, necessarily. Every anime I give a shot. I'd say the worst I've seen, in terms of messing up the lore, pretty much Gundam Seed Destiny and Dragon Ball GT, minus 1 episode arc in GT. But in terms of... Gundam Seed Destiny had a pretty bad plot line, and pretty much wrecked a lot of what made the first part of it good. But in terms of quality, I mean, Speed Racer's horrible quality, but I like Speed Racer. Okay, there's one that is technically not good, but I have a guilty pleasure for it because I grew up with it as a kid. It was an anime adaptation, I think, done by Toei, of Thumbelina. It's actually a movie I actually wouldn't mind talking about at some point. But it's something I grew up with as a kid. That might be a contender in terms of quality. Like, it's still a good quality. Like, this was made in, like, the late 70s. But in terms of anime I've seen now, probably not good. But other than that, actually, no. The worst anime I've seen, because I just watched the first episode and I walked out, was everything past the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. I like the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, but everything GX and so on, fuck that. Same thing with Beyblade. If it wasn't original Beyblade, I'm out. But, yeah. So, that's it for this live stream, guys. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Wow, we've got a lot of viewers on this one. We're going to try to bring these back every week or whenever we can. Try to get them out every Wednesday. But, of course, if you guys have any more questions, let us know in the comments. And, again, if you want to, like, send us questions via mail, you want to send us gifts, donations, fan art, whichever you like, you can send at this address, BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0. We'd love to hear from you guys. Of course, if you want to donate to our Patreon to help keep the show running, just $1 more will get you early access to all of our content, as well as other special features. So, until the next video, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms signing off, and always remember to wash your hands, keep each other safe, social distance, all that shit. We're going to get through this. I'd say right now we're in the eye of the hurricane. And we're probably going to get back to normal by hopefully the end of May, the end of June. But we got a few more months left. Let's keep it going. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a new audio commentary. And Friday you will see a trailer for our next review. So until then, I will see you guys later. Peace out.